Hey guys, today I want to show you my daytime skincare routine and my makeup routine. What I usually do to look a little bit more cuter, a little bit more presentable. So I'll walk you through what I do. We need to get the hair out the face. My order of getting ready is the makeup, the face, and then the outfit, and then the hair, or the face and then the hair and then the outfit. I don't like doing outfit first. Let's start with skin prep. Usually if my skin is more dry, I will put toner pad on and then I use it to kind of lightly exfoliate the dead skin off. But today my skin is fine, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start off with this serum here. It's the Madagascar Centella Ampoule. I love this serum. I noticed that it helps me with my redness, helps calm down my skin a lot. And it's really watery. It's so easy to apply. Now moisturizer, I use this nail cream from COSRX. Honestly been my go-to moisturizer since 2022. So that's like 4 years. But I do want to change things up. I feel like this moisturizer just doesn't give me it just doesn't help my dryness, especially in the winter. So yeah, I'm going to be switching moisturizer soon after I finish that. Lastly, sunscreen. I use this one, Centella. It is a Korean sunscreen, so I'm not sure if it's up to the Australian standard for summer, especially like when the sun is out. But I really love this sunscreen because just look at the texture. It's so thin. It's like a serum. Easy to apply. Feels amazing. Your skin should look hydrated, moisturized before applying makeup. I want to prep my lip because it is a little bit dry. I'm using this Abib lip glaze. I like to use it as a mask because it kind of just sits on your lip. I start with my base, so I'm using this Tower 28 concealer. I like this concealer because it's very lightweight, very thin, but it does oxidize and I don't like that. I like to use my fingers just to tap it in. Using your fingers make the application more skin-like and it doesn't look as thick. And for everyday makeup look, I don't want anything too heavy, just to enhance what I already have rather than like a dramatic look. The more I do my makeup, the more I realize how much my routine changes over time. For example, the routine I'm doing now is not what I did before. It's always changing. You sort of adapt your technique over time. You see what works best for you over time, which is great. And I feel like filming yourself doing your makeup and looking back on it, you realize, oh my gosh, I used to do so and so differently. And it's just fun to see and fun to watch. Because before, I never even considered doing my base with my fingers like right now. Because it's usually with a makeup puff or brush. But now, I just use my middle finger. And I feel like it works so much better and it helps the makeup go on your skin and sit on your skin so much better. Contour or bronzer, I use this one by Westman Atelier, the shade Truffle. Again, you will see a reoccurring theme. I like to use the products on my hand. I put it here. I used to put it on the back of my hand, but then I feel like your palms just works better, and it's also easy to wipe off compared to the back of the hand, which was a nightmare. I have this brush, and then I start there and then bring it in. My tip for contouring or bronzing up your face: study your face. Just keep doing your makeup to see what you like, what you look good in. And yeah, I used to just use the contour stick and put it on my face like straight on. I never like warmed it up before, and I felt like it was streaky and it didn't blend in as nicely as it would if you just warm it up first, and it just distribute the product more nicely. Of course, I wipe in between.
You want a clean palette.
For blush, I usually use this one from Rare Beauty just because it's easy. It has like the applicator. I just put a bit on the palm of my hand again. I like to use this brush. You can see it's like slightly angled, and it's also small, so you get more control. Pick it up, kind of work it in a bit, and then I like to go under my eye like that and then circle out. I recommend working it on your palm first and then picking it up with a brush. It just looks better. And again, study your face. See what looks good, see what doesn't look good on your face. Before, I never really got under my eye like that, but now I do, and I just think it looks cute. For eyebrows, I don't usually do my eyebrows, honestly. I just brush them up, but if there are like little gaps, I do fill it in slightly. I use this one. If you're Cambodian, you know, you can just get this at like a local corner store, corner shop. A little chapoi store, you know. And for me, once I sharpen it, I kind of work it back and forth on a piece of paper until I get like a sharp angle. I don't know if you can see it, but then it just gives you hair-like strokes, which is so good. And these ones work so much better compared to like high-end eyebrow pencil. It stays on. It's easy to work with, and it's so skinny. My eyebrows are long, so I brush them to the side. I almost forgot about nose contour, but I used this one. It's actually an egg yolk style pen, but I love how small it is, and it does work as a contour. For the nose, I just draw 2 lines and one down here. And it's obviously not perfect every time, so sometimes I'm usually very lazy to do this step, but when I do, my nose looks snatched. It barely makes a difference sometimes, but it's just an extra step. So this part is when I do my lashes. It's either clusters or mascara or nothing at all, but this lash color is my favorite ever. This lasted me 6 years, this little guy. I only have to replace the rubber thingy here, but this is so good and it fits my eye very well. You can see it's from Kala, and a trick to get your eyelash to be nice and curled, I like to bring it in. Let me do it from a better angle. So lift, curl, and then you bring it inwards, and it just gets like everything. The clusters I use are pre-glued. They're self-adhesive, so they're so convenient, but sometimes they do poke my eye if I don't apply them properly. So today I'm just going to use mascara. I really like this one from Essence. The only thing is it does bleed, so your waterline will turn black, and it is flaky, so there would be like just bits falling out throughout the day, but it's just so easy to apply. Like one coat and you'll be good. My lashes used to be the longest step in my routine because I was so tedious with how I wanted my lashes to look. And if you get any mascara on your eyelid, you can just use a spoolie to brush it off after it dries. I like to go in with another mascara. This is by Clio, just to slightly separate. If you do mess up with this mascara though, it is a little bit harder to take off because I realize it doesn't actually come off as easily compared to the Essence. It actually sticks on your eyelid. I feel like mascara just, or lashes in general, just seals the look altogether. It's so pretty. Setting powders, I have two that I use. These are loose powders, so I have one from Huda Beauty, one from One Size. Huda Beauty doesn't really hold the oil well, honestly. After like using it throughout the day, I do see a lot of oil build up, but One Size, if you really want no oil, no grease on your face, use One Size. Mine is an Ultra Peach. Because it's summer, I do want to look a little bit glowy. I'm going to be using Huda Beauty. I really like the smell of the Huda Beauty powder, so I pick up the powder and then on my hand again, and then just put it on. I only put it in the areas where I get oily, over here, the chin, and then the forehead. Powder does make a difference. Just look. This Hourglass palette, going with a very fluffy brush. I picked this one up. Honestly, I don't think this makes any difference, but I use it just to set the contour bronzer thing earlier. Nose. After that, I would go in and set my blush, but sometimes I don't because it's already nice and glowy. So let's set the face. I used this setting spray, so good because the mist is so fine and it smells so nice. You can tell I'm running out. The setting spray, I would usually do it after I do my mascara so that it doesn't fall, but that completely went out my head. I just wiped off my lip balm from earlier, this. Let me show you my current favorite lip combo. They're both from Flower Nose. They're glossy lip balms. They're from two different collections. Their Butterfly collection, this glossy lip balm is my favorite. This is in the shade CO6, and just look. To me, it's like a My Lip but better shade, and it gives the gloss. It's so lightweight, it's so easy to apply. And then I go in with this. I honestly thought this was the shade I wanted, but it's BO5. I wanted BO3. I did speak to the employee there. I'm like, girl, give me the BO3. And then she's like, yep, here's the BO3, this one. And I'm like, okay, girl, thanks. And then I went home and then put it on and then realized it's actually BO5. But yeah. BO5 is just too bright for me, so I just use it at the center of the lip. I bought this one because I didn't like this shade. So it worked out in the end. This is the final result. You know, glowy base, matte in the T-zone. It's just a simple, everyday kind of look. Perfect for me. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Bye.